talked about the Chiefs. I talked about Pat Mahomes. Is he the GOAT already?
Man.
And how does winning the Super Bowl versus losing it change that? Because if he loses, he's 2-2. But if he wins, I believe he'll be 3-1 in Super Bowls.
No, I'm going to say I don't think he's the GOAT already, just because what Brady did over decades. I mean, just decades of dominance. He's got the numbers, the records, the Super Bowl wins, but of this era, of this new generation of quarterbacks, I don't know if anybody will ever be able to match what Mahomes is doing. And he's young. He's still got like half a career left. God knows what this kid's going to do.
Devontae Travis says no. My pushback to this will be, says he's on his way to GOATness. Especially if he wins this, and he, first of all, every year he's been a starter, he's been in the AFC Championship game. He's going to most likely dwarf all the passing numbers if he plays
as long as he stays healthy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as he stays healthy.
Yep.
If he retired before we even played this Super Bowl, he'd go to the Hall of Fame, I think, first ballot.
Oh, that's true.
Okay. So I think I don't know. It's almost like you can't call like Tom Brady Bill Russell. I saw Cowherd and Nick Wright try to say this because Tom Brady has all the records. You know what I mean? Like some people won't call Bill Russell the GOAT because he has like 11 championships, but he didn't have, he doesn't have any like the top scoring records and stuff like that. And he played in an easier era. Well, you can't say that about Tom Brady. He played through, 3 eras and he has all the passing records. So you can't call him Bill Russell. I don't know if I'll call him Mahomes. I will say he's the best quarterback I've ever watched.
Okay, but
his in order to be considered the GOAT first, the body of work has to still be there. I think if he wins, I don't think he has to get to 7. I mean, if honest to God, if Pat Mahomes gets to 3, doesn't win anymore, but he keeps putting up 4,500 yards, and I think he'll be.
I think it's important to define GOAT, because if you're going by numbers, then no, of course not. I mean, he's not even close to Brady's numbers yet because he hasn't played nearly as long. But if you're talking about quarterback impact on the field, maybe. I mean, Pat Mahomes is able to do things that like you just said, best quarterback ever seen. I've never seen any quarterback be able to do the things he does. I mean, he is
like Devon. I can't stand this argument. Take away Reed and Kelsey, can he win? By calling him the GOAT, you're saying he's better than Brady. He's a physically gifted, better quarterback than Tom Brady.
It's also like saying for Brady, well, okay, take away Belichick and Julian Edelman or Randy Moss.
Yes.
I mean,
go find me the quarterback who's had a lot of success with bad coaches and bad players.
There really aren't any.
Tom Brady played for arguably the best football coach of all time for 20 of his years.
Right.
Look at in his first 3 Super Bowls, he was essentially a game manager that had the best defense in the league every single year. Like, you can't take away. So he has, in order to be the GOAT, he has to play with no coaches and no players. This was a down year.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be the year that they were vulnerable. Their offense was shot. Kelsey's been beat up. They have the worst wide receiver core in all of football, and he just took them to another Super Bowl. Like, if they get a receiver.
Well, the scary thing is I think that Rashee Rice is turning into a hell of a receiver for them.
And they're going to pair somebody else with him.
And that's the thing. Like, he's more of, I wouldn't say he's necessarily a speed guy, but man, he's big body, sure-handed, kind of a possession receiver. He's tough. They get like a quick route runner that can get open in space. Holy crap.
Like, it's just, the Super Bowl is going to go through Kansas City for a long time.
As long as he's there.
Yep. And so.
That's why we have Deshaun Watson.
Correct.
And that's why the move was made 2 years ago when they did it.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dawgs Podcast. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at the Dawgs Podcast. Get your thoughts on the show at thedawgspodcast.com.